What's going on? Ellis in the building, and I'm representing Sensory Overload. And today, we're going to do a first impression on two new fragrances that I got from the Duo brand. The first one that we're going to discuss is Poseidon's Absolu Elixir. Now, you may be like, dang, that's a mouthful. What is that? This fragrance right here, see that? This fragrance right here, it's a hybrid. It's a combination of the new Creed Aventus Absolute in conjunction with Dior Sauvage Elixir. So you already know that's gonna be a powerhouse. Now you figure this, that new Creed, I think that thing is about $400, and then the new Dior may run you 200, roughly around there, give or take, So when you combine the two, we're gonna see what we have here. Now, if you smell the Creed Absolute, you will see that there is some similarities there. So I think these are gonna work out well. So with that being said, let's find out what this one's sitting for, okay? So, see how this atomizer works. Yeah, do a couple times, There we go. You smell that licorice from the Dior Sauvage. That's the one thing I like about that. That fragrance is a very masculine, sexy, handsome fragrance. But you also smell the pineapple fruitiness from Aventus. So I like this. This is good. This is good. It smells real good in the air. Hang on. I gotta spray this one on skin. Let's see here. Because you already know when you smell it in the air, when you smell it outside, when you smell it in your skin, it's just like you get these different reactions, different smells, certain notes hit differently. So you gotta test it out. Even those, if you spray it on a test strip, it's cool. But when it hits the skin and does this little scientific chemistry thing, that's when you really find out if it works for you and if it's something that you can see yourself wearing and feeling confident rocking, So let's see now. It's going to lead heavier towards the Aventus. But it's fresh. This is a fresh fragrance. You smell that pineapple. You smell those woody notes. That licorice was more dominant in the air, but on skin it seems like it's, lean back a little bit. It's not just poking out there. This is good. This is a good first impression. Okay. So, if you was like, hey, Ellis, okay, cool. What would you give it out of a 10? Yeah. That's an easy 8.5. 8.5 all day. And I may even be lowballing. So one thing about dual fragrances, sometimes you gotta let it macerate. For those that don't know what I'm saying, it's just letting it chill for a second, letting the air come into the fragrance, and certain notes develop more. So some of the notes that you may, be on the back end may all of a sudden become more prominent. But off the rip, off the first spray, this is good to go today. I could definitely see myself wearing this to work, like tomorrow, However, I got one more fragrance, and we're gonna see what this one's in for, okay? And this one right here, I'm looking forward to. Casino Absolu Elixir. So this particular fragrance is going to be another hybrid with that Creed Absolute. It's playing this part, I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling that fragrance. So I was interested in seeing the hybrids. The casino aspect is going to be your Baccarat Rouge 540. So if you ever go to Duo fragrances, you may see these names, you may not understand the pattern or what they mean. When you see something that says Poseidon, he's referencing Creed Aventus. When you see something that says Casino, that's referencing Baccarat Rouge 540. And then from there, he may have different names for other fragrances that he's inspiring or cloning, whatever you want to say. But once you kind of figure out how he's wording things, you could then understand what scents is incorporated in the fragrance. So with this being Casino Absolu Elixir, it's going to be your Baccarat Rouge 540 and Creed Absolu Elixir. This one, I'm excited to see what it's hitting for. Let's find out. Like I say, you got to spray a couple times. There we go. Let's get a good one. Oh. Okay. The pineapple smells juicier here. This one smells more unisex too in the air. I'm not mad at that. The first one I mentioned earlier, the Poseidon's Absolute Savage Elixir, the mouthful there. That one, leaning more masculine. However, you wear what you want to wear because at the end of the day, who cares? As long as you feel good, smell good, look good, do you. But that's just my opinion. This one right here is leaning more towards unisex. Let's see here. I'm going to spray one more time to let you know. Matter of fact, I'm going to spray on skin. I'm going to let you know what I'm getting. Okay. So you're not going to, this one right now at the moment isn't heavily dominant on the Baccarat Rouge. Before, one of my favorite dual fragrances is called Casino Elixir, and that was just the regular Creed Aventus Baccarat Rouge. That one smelled 50-50 Creed Baccarat Rouge, and it was like the perfect harmonious blend. This one here, it smells more heavier towards the Creed. It smells a bit more juicier and more fruitier. You smell that pineapple note, you know? You do get a sense of that cotton candy, you know, that burnt cotton candy that you get from Baccarat Rouge. But this one is really good. This is solid. This is solid. I'll say this. Right now, it's going to be the Poseidon's Absolute Savage Elixir that got the lead. That's my speed right now. This one, this is more playful. The Casino Absolute Elixir, I can see myself out and about. You know what I mean? With this one, this is a playful one. The other one, I see myself more dressed to impress, more focused. You know, I can see myself at work wearing it. I can see myself dapper, maybe a date night, throwing on something nice, a nice button down. You can do the shirt and tie vibe with it. I wouldn't do the shirt and tie vibe with the Casino Absolute Elixir. Like I said, that's a bit more fun. That's a bit more t-shirts, some J's, or more casual, we'll say. Regardless, that's the beauty of fragrances, is that you can use them at any time, any place. And sometimes it's perfect times and perfect places for these fragrances. So, if you ask me, hey, Ellis, man, what you gonna give this one out of a 10? I'm leaning towards a 7-8. It's not bad, but when you stand it up with the Poseidon's Absolute Savage Elixir and like where I'm at right now with my fragrance journey, I'm leaning more towards that. I like that a lot. But this right here isn't a bad pickup. So, don't think that either of these are bad. And keep in mind, the one thing that I love about dual fragrances is that they be hooking it up for the low-ski. Alright? So think about it, like I was saying, Baccarat Rouge. If you ever looked up how much that fragrance costs, you're paying a couple $100. Creed Aventus, a few $100, you know? These right here, they had a discount code for like 33% off because it's the creator's Masham's birthday. Happy birthday, by the way, buddy. Altogether, this cost me less than $100. And I got some heat for the less than $100, you know? And these days, you can't get much for $100 the way inflation is going. So this is a good deal. It's a real good deal. If you get into the fragrance journey, don't want to break the bank, but you want to smell like $1 million, I recommend those two. One for business, one for play. You know what I mean? Like a mullet, playtime and party time. You got to have both. It's balance. That's life. You got to have balance, right? So, I appreciate y'all checking me out, tuning in, and hey, y'all take care. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.